Pull up and load the wagon. Get good and get mad. Tell me who we drafting. Wheels up and what's happening. Pull up and load the shout out. Y'all already know what we about. Filling up a team that is usually not allowed. Ain't even a reason to scout. Ain't even a take you can tout. Ain't even a lineup to doubt. Sim in the season we out. Cheer, straight up. Game ain't no game without no players. This ain't for the haters. So but by now, see you later. I cater to the guessing what they into. I'm finna load the wagon, partner. What about you? It's the wagon. Get good and get mad. Tell me who we draft.
Look at that, Dolphins. Hey, how does it feel to experience that?
Man, we finally, it's been a while, but we got this.
Oh, congratulations.
I feel like this is almost like some sort of therapy thing, like watching them go to the Super Bowl and lose so much when I was a kid, and now we're seeing them win here. It feels great.
All right, everybody. Welcome back here to another episode of Load the Wagon. And this episode, we are joined by Bruce Matson, a.k.a. the Metric Scout. Now, Bruce, he's a senior writer and ranker for DLF and a writer for Roto Baller. Also, check out his YouTube to find some film studies and some other breakdowns. Just go out there and search Bruce Matson, and I'm sure you'll find it. Bruce, thank you for taking the time to join the show tonight.
Oh, thank you for having me on. I'm excited to draft on Madden, put a team together, see what we can do today.
Yes, that's right. Okay, so we're draft the team, load the wagon. So some things to note. Of course, now we got to think kind of redraft more than dynasty because it is a one-year simulation. However, it's your team to draft. You know, a shout out to the rookies, the rooks. Injuries are turned off. You can switch positions if you would like a center to left guard or like a corner to safety, whatever you want to do. Wide receiver to running back, you know. And then at the end of the draft, you will have the opportunity to perform one trade to fill a hole if you would like. Hey, shout out Nemo. Shout out Nemo. Do you like Disney or Pixar movies?
Talking to me?
Whoever. Yeah. Well, yeah, you.
Yeah. I mean, I watch a little bit of Disney. I went to Disney actually in, I think, March probably this year. It was pretty cool for the first time.
Nice.
And that was
for the first time.
I like looking on Disney Plus and stuff, but yeah.
Shout out to Nemo. Shout out to you. All right. So here we are. Shout out to Cowboys. Go boys. So no one's ever had the first overall pick for what it's worth. I don't know. That's just a fun thing to note. I think the highest pick was the third overall pick. So you ready to get started here?
I'm ready to ball out. I'm excited.
Right. Shout out to Jerry's World. Okay, so how do you think you're going to build your... Oh, you got the 10th pick. How do you think you're going to build your team here? Now, remember, it's a one-year simulation. Defense wins championships, so they say, but you need a strong offense, probably. We'll kick it in here to the draft. So I could sort by positions if you want, but just now, this is just the BPA pretty much. If you want to see who's at quarterback, we got Watson, Herbert, Burrow, and then you saw the drop-off. So you assume the first 9 picks were probably like Lamar, Rodgers, Wilson, Mahomes, whoever else I'm missing there, Kyler. So that's just...
I'm going to go Brady.
You want to go Brady? What if you could get him next round?
We got 10.
What if,
so what other positions do we got here? We got tight end, corner, at 99, wide receiver.
Yep. This is it. You can switch positions like a right end to defensive tackle, down to defensive tackle. If you want to get Brady, don't let me hold you back. But what if you could get him next round?
Okay.
Or at the worst, you get Stafford. But again, it's your team here. I mean, shout out to Brady. Obviously, if you have Brady on your team, it's almost a guaranteed Super Bowl. I think we haven't had a Super Bowl on Load the Wagon season 2 here. But I think we've had 2 Super Bowl appearances, and they might have both had Brady, for what it's worth.
Okay. I think I'm going to go Brady.
Yeah, get your guys.
That's all it is back to me in a second.
You never know. Yeah, you never know what can happen. And in a one-year simulation, you want to at least have a great quarterback. So does that mean you're going to go heavy offense?
I was really scared of the drop-off at quarterback once they got to the second round, third round.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to be good there for a one-year sprint.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. You never know. Kelsey's still here. He was available. Let's see quarterbacks. Yeah, Stafford would have been available, but you got Brady. You can't teach a 97 overall, you know? Oh, wow. We got Khalil Mack. Something I forgot to tell you. Offensive playbook. I switched to Tampa Bay. I could do whatever you want. It's just I do the same for every guest. But defense, I will keep the same for the team's defense. So I think the Cowboys, they run like a 3-4.
Yeah.
Should have got Watson. But I don't think in playbooks they could like determine like, I got a running quarterback, so let's do some runs. I don't know why. And like maybe unless you use the Ravens playbook. But you see that purple box next to Khalil Mack's name?
Yeah, I see that.
That means it's a scheme fit. So, obviously Khalil Mack, one of the best outside linebackers because he's an edge rusher. But if you were to put him in like a Matt Milano row, he probably wouldn't be the same. So notice that scheme fit. We could change to a 4-3 if that's your desired thing. But it looks like right now Cowboys, they run that 3-4. Because Micah Parsons is out there, right?
Yeah.
I could go by positions here. We got just BPA pretty much right here. Buda Baker, Keenan Allen if you want a receiver, Julio.
Let's go Travis Kelce. Let's go offense heavy to start it off.
Okay, you want to go T Kelce. Again, I could change the playbook if you want to go back to like Kansas City where it might be a little more tight end centered playbook. Just so you know. Can
we do that after we get established with the rosters, or is that something we gotta do now?
Yeah, we could do it after. No worries. Just remind me because I'll probably forget.
Okay, I'll probably forget too.
Yeah, because it does seem like Madden simulation for whatever reason, like it won't recognize like, you got a dope ass tight end, let's target him. But we could put him in the slot as well for what it's worth. But again, here's BPA, Chandler Jones. We got Buda Baker. You got two offensive players here. We got Brady and Kelsey so far. What are we thinking here? Third round, pick 10. I could go, again by positions. We got tons of depth. At the safeties, a 3-4 scheme. That's two middle linebackers you'll need. Yeah, you got to place Kelsey at the slot. He gets it. Slot receiver tends to get the most targets in a Madden simulation for what it's worth. Okay. Typically speaking, analytically, like 80% of the time. Buda Baker, it doesn't have the scheme fit, but he's still a dope safety. Scheme fits mainly are for linebackers because again, you don't want the edge rusher at a zone linebacker role.
And the purple dot means they're a scheme fit, right?
Correct. But for safety, it doesn't really matter that much, but more so for the linebackers because of the edge rusher versus zone. Got Wagner, Cameron Hayward. I'm just reading names at this point. What's your favorite position to scout? Probably offense. That's why you're in Dynasty.
Yeah, offense. Probably wide receiver is probably my best lately. Running backs are kind of easy. Let's see here. Let's go with let's protect Brady since we made that investment and go with Trent Williams.
Yeah, what if you could are you sold on going tackle? What if you could always get like a Whitworth in a couple rounds, or you want to just get the BPA? Especially the blind side.
If I could do that, I could bookend them and have two good tackles.
Yeah.
If that comes to it.
So we're sold. Trent Williams.
Yeah.
Let's go. I mean, you can't teach 94. You can't teach that. 94 overall, that's the blind side too. Ooh, speaking of the blind side, what's your favorite sports movie?
Off the top of my head, I think Rudy. Just nostalgic. Okay. Mighty Ducks series is always fun.
I kind of forget about that. I was
like, me too. I kind of drew a blank when you asked that question. Rudy always comes first in mind when I do get it.
Yeah, I don't know. I was Protect the Blind Side, then the Blind Side movie popped in my head. So insert formulated. Ooh, AJ Brown. Okay, so what do we have here? We got three offense. Here's your team: Kelsey, Brady, and Trent Williams. All 90s so far. All olds, but it doesn't matter. Injuries are off. It's a 1-year simulation. How are we feeling? I'll get rid of your team. We got McCory. Ooh, Schwartz there. If you're talking about two tackles. Again, middle linebacker. They're kind of go thin. If you're worried about a drop-off, typically about these next couple of rounds, we'll see a big drop-off in middle linebackers. Corners will stay a little deep, especially down here, like with your older guys. There'll be like a Bouye or, Trufant later, but it just depends on what you want out here,
That makes sense. Safeties.
We got tackle, then go defensive.
Take the tackle, then go defensive.
Oof, I don't know. Shout out to CJL right there. So he's talking shorts, I'm assuming. Or there's Laramie Tunsil, but age doesn't necessarily matter. Do you want a better overall? That's something you got to think about. We got some solid defensive players here. Mark Andrews, and there's kind of a dip. I could go up by position if you want me to look. This is just BPA.
We'll go BPA here, and I'm thinking, really thinking here. Let's go Demario Davis.
Yeah, get that one out of the two. I like that pick. That's a good pick. That's a very good pick. You're going to find some bodies at every position. It just kind of depends where do you want to find an edge, quote unquote, I guess. And I think getting a middle linebacker is a good idea. Because you need a good middle linebacker, it seems, like a Levante David for the Bucs last year. Obviously Devin White too, but I don't know. I'm a fan of middle linebackers because we still got body. Look, Jason Kelsey, I could put him at tackle if you want, We got McCourty, Simmons. There's a lot of safeties here. And then that middle linebacker drop off, like I said, it happened pretty heavy, We got some guys. We can move Devin White to outside linebacker if that's a thing that you want. If you want to just see corners, we got Peters. And then safeties, McCourty, Simmons, with I think Harrison Smith as the 90s. If you want to get Brady some weapons, Thielen, Lamb, keep him in the boys. If you're concerned about offensive line, Whitworth is still here. Incognito you could find in like the early 10s just because of age and stuff. A couple of these guys like Mack as well at 86 overall. Shaq Mason, shout out the Patriots, 86 overall. Then of course, you get your boy back, Collins.
Yeah.
What defensive ends? Big bodies. We got Stephen Twitt. Shout out those Steelers. Right on Calais Campbell. McDonald McKinsue again, a nice little mid-10s you could probably get. And then here's some defensive tackles. That's just kind of, whatever you want to do out here. We still need your edge rushers there. So Judon having a great year this year, and especially Gary too with the Packers.
Okay.
Right outside linebacker. Melvin Ingram, maybe he falls a little bit due to age, but maybe Bradley Chubb goes sooner because Madden doesn't really recognize what we're doing here, a one-year draft. Madden recognizes, we're drafting for like the future. But you have a little edge over Madden right now, given the age stuff. So we'll go to BPA. You have three offensive players, Brady, Kelsey, and then Williams. And then, of course, Demario Davis at middle linebacker. What are we thinking here?
What are the drop-offs at safeties? Both of them, free safety and strong safety.
Yeah, that's a great question. You might be able to get like a Jabril Peppers in like the 8th, 9th, 10th, maybe, around there. And then like maybe an Antoine Winfield around the same. At worst, you're getting like Jeremy Chin in the 10th or 11th, or like LaMarcus Joyner just because he's a little bit older, mid-10s. But then you're just pushing those positions down that you need. But there's always just going to be a body, like I said, no matter what, just because of the age factor. It's just kind of like, what players do you want? Just, do you like the player? You like receivers. Do you want to just get a receiver because you like him type thing? Like a Bateman.
Let's go.
These are my rosters.
Get some Bateman, but let's go with, Lyle Collins.
Ooh, yeah. Shoring up that offensive line. That's 2 out of the 5. I mean, you got your tackles. Those are probably important. Obviously, the center is probably important because he's got to snap the ball, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, get it to Brady.
I'm assuming you played football, huh?
What's up?
Did you play football in like high school and shit? Stuff?
Yeah, I played football in high school. I played.
What was your position?
I had a gap where I didn't play, and then I played like freshman season, quit sophomore, and I think junior year because I had played baseball more. I was better at baseball. Ooh. And so it was really weird. So
you're a catcher.
I started off my high school career on the line, offense, defense, and then finished off senior year playing wide receiver, cornerback, and then a little bit of everything. Because there was times where there was some injuries, and then I had to play a little line, and then I had to play a little D line, and then back to receiver, back to corner, and I was kind of everywhere. It
Mr.
was
Do It
fun.
All.
Well, yeah.
What
Because we were in the
position were
same
you?
system. What's
What
up?
about baseball? Were you catcher, first base, third base?
Outfield mostly, but pitched was my main. Pitching was my main thing.
Are you lefty?
Yeah, I'm lefty.
Nice. You got like some like nice movement on that.
Yeah, I had some real good movement, decent speed up until probably like junior, senior year. My arm kind of ragged out, got hurt a lot, but yeah, I was all right. One of the guys I played with ended up going to play for the Indians for a little bit. Started like 5-6 games for them, but injuries.
Hey,
Travis Shaw's from our area, so
shout out Travis.
Yeah, he's a little younger. He's in my brother's grade, but I didn't get the opportunity to really play with him. But yeah,
hey, we're just getting a little nostalgic out here, you know.
Yeah,
shout out. But
it's
back to it.
This is a baseball town.
Shout out baseball. Shout out to Load the Wagon. Here's your team so far: 2 offensive linemen, middle linebacker, tight end, quarterback. What are we feeling here? We'll kick it to BPA.
Let's go BPA.
I heard you talking about safety. Excuse me. Choking on my own spit. I was talking about safeties. We got Justin Simmons, Harrison Smith. You know, I saw you posted your video, got like a 2,000 views about Harrison Smith choking out CeeDee Lamb. So maybe that's the type of player you want on your team, huh?
I got 2 of them on him. One guy almost 20,000, and one got about 5.
Missed that one. Is that who you want on your team? Like you hate to play against them, love to be on your team.
We might have to put him and CeeDee Lamb on the same team.
Oof.
We might have to do that. That
CeeDee
way
Lamb
we
might
get this worked out in practice. We might have to do that.
Yeah, Lamb went, but we do have Debo.
Lamb went. We got Debo. Debo will put him out. Debo him.
Let's go.
Too gangster.
Let's go. All right, what are we feeling? Deion Jones, John Johnson.
I feel like I see a 91 up there.
Yeah, Simmons probably.
I like having a lot of 90s. Yeah, let's just do that.
You can't teach overall in Madden. You know, there's no injuries. Madden goes off against the, statistics these players have. So obviously the better overall, the better they will play in a simulation. And you're kind of getting every level. You got your middle linebacker and a secondary going, 2 offensive linemen, 1 pass catcher, but pass catchers will be running deep for sure. Harrison Smith's there if you want to complete your safeties, but there is some linemen here. A 3-4 scheme. You're looking for 3 bigger bodies there at the line. You still need those outside rushers, those edge rushers. Judon's here still. We got Bud Dupree, just so you're aware. And then, of course, Melvin Ingram and JPP.
Okay.
Here's middle linebacker, kind of that drop off. Hightower is old, so he's there. So it kind of makes sense. And then here's some linemen, Hicks, Graham.
Does Hightower usually stick around a bit, even though he's got that high overall? I see
maybe
stick around too.
Maybe a couple rounds, but at worst, maybe you're taking like you could always get like a Jamie Collins later.
Yeah. What are we looking at wide receiver here?
Yeah, let's see. So pretty much the younger guys, like maybe like Woods and Lockett hang around for a little bit because of their age. Antonio Brown even, but you're probably seeing these younger guys go. Hunter Renfrow, Corey Davis.
Okay.
It kind of runs deep, as you can see, and not like deep in terms of like talent, but overall, like you could always be happy with, a Christian Kirk in round 12 or something. At least I would be.
Sense. Let's go.
No pressure.
Okay. Oh, yeah, strong safety right in. Let's start looking at the defensive ends here and D tackles.
Okay, so we could go left end. So right end Campbell is 90. Like if you want looking at overall, he's the highest overall. Sue could be taken like mid 10s. If you move him to defensive tackle, maybe he'll go up a couple overall. Here's the defensive tackle, just so you know. So it's looking like Campbell's probably the best BPA per se.
Yeah.
Unless you just want like a Hicks just because you like him better.
Let's just go Campbell.
Yeah, you can't teach overall. And if you move him to defensive tackle, I think he might be like a 93 for what it's worth. But, you're still going to need to fill the right end anyways. All right.
So
Let's see.
that's good. That'd give us some versatility.
You're hitting pretty much every zone. You got your front line, you got your linebacker, and then your safety. But now it's time to fill some. Wow, Harrison Smith's still here. Adrian Amos too. Hicks is still there if you want to get both. Some running backs, but do running backs really matter in a Madden simulation? Not really.
Let's go with Hicks.
Oh, you're getting that defensive line. I love that. Building the trenches. Speaking of building the trenches, you still need 3 more offensive linemen. For what it's worth.
Definitely.
Just to let you know.
I like the really playing like NCAA Madden stuff is load up on O line and just run the hell out of it. So,
but remember, you're not playing it. It is a simulation.
Yeah.
And with the Tampa Bay playbook. And don't forget, you still need your edge rushers. Now, Judon's still there, Dupree. Shout out Leighton Vander Esch. And then these older guys are still here, just so you know. Middle linebacker, Hightower's still there. I know you mentioned him.
Okay, the edge rushers.
Harrison Smith.
What do we got there? Harrison's still chilling.
90 overall. You can't teach that.
You can't. I'm looking at that. Can we look at the edge rushers real quick?
Yeah, of course. So we got Judon, Dupree mostly, of course, and then guys down here, but there's a decent drop off. And then, of course, the older guys who might likely be around a couple more rounds. Oops, my bad. Might be around a little bit.
All right. Let's go with Harrison Smith then.
Yeah, love that. Love that. Okay, so you got your 2 safeties. I don't think you got a cornerback, but who cares? You got 2 right there pretty much. Let's see. What were you talking about? Edge rushers.
Miles Sanders to the Colts.
Shout out to Colts. Shout out to Indianapolis. Shout out Jonathan Taylor. Let's see. Okay, so middle line. Hightower's still there. We got Judon still here. And, of course, these older guys are still here. We're in round 10. You got another pick coming up in about 18 or so picks. I could go to corner.
Let's see.
We got Kyle Fuller. I know you don't have a receiver yet. We still got Lockett and Robert Woods and Antonio Brown with a couple of these guys here. Kind of love to see it. Just so you're aware of what's going on.
All right.
And I'll just go to BPA here. BPA. We could move an Amos to cornerback, but whatever. There'll be some guys. Judon's there, especially you need a couple edge rushers. Do you need?
Yeah, let's go Judon.
Love that. That's a good one. He's having a good year. Okay, so you're looking for another middle linebacker, middle inside linebacker, middle linebacker, right outside linebacker, and a defensive tackle, and of course a couple pass catchers and offensive linemen as well. Here we are, round 11. Julian Blackman. Okay. Speaking of the Colts, I think he actually plays for the Colts. And here we are. We got Lockett still here. Woods is still here. Mosley, we can move Mosley to right outside linebacker to kind of scheme fit. We got Brockers, maybe move him to defensive tackle if that's what you're feeling. And then speaking of feeling, here's some wide receivers. The older guys are still kind of hanging around.
Let's go with Tyler Lockett.
Okay. Do you want to see offensive lineman or anything before, or just lock it in? Haha.
Let's look at offensive line real quick before I go all in. Let's do that.
Okay. So left guard, Incognito, 89, Saffold, 85, Alex Mack, 86 at center, and then we're down to Zeitler, 83 overall. Ooh. Just so you know, the tackles, we got Balaga at 87, and then Dwayne Brown at 83. And don't forget, I could kind of move these guys interchangeably. They're not really going to lose any overall, but centers will typically gain 1 or 2 overall if you move them.
Let's go with Incognito there.
Yeah, you can't teach overall, right?
Yeah, because I got the bookends on the tackles, right, on the offensive line.
Yeah, you got
Collins and him, and then
Williams and Collins.
I just got center, so I just got to build center and right guard.
And you got to trade. Don't forget, if you do want it, you don't necessarily need to trade. Not everyone does. Oh, Lockett went, but you still have Woods or Antonio Brown.
Still got some Bobby trees going on there. So
devastating.
That's probably a better value play.
Yeah, or if you want speed, like Will Fuller has 95 speed compared to 90 for Woods. Something like that. You can't really teach speed, but what Woods lacks in speed, he probably makes up in his route running. So it's really up to you. And if you do want to put Kelsey at slot, you don't really need a slot guy like a Cole Beasley or Jarvis Landry.
Makes sense. So let's look at the overall.
Okay, BPA.
BPA, I mean.
Not much. And, you see it.
Much.
Yeah. No, I mean, Mosley, you can move him to linebacker or the other outside linebacker. Hightower is still here, just so you know.
Yeah, let's go Hightower because I don't know how much longer. Yeah, I need 2 of them.
3, 4.
Can't teach overall. This is deep.
Love it.
Enough.
It's catching on. Yeah, dude. Can't teach overall in this game. Love that. Okay, so you're looking for a defensive tackle, another outside linebacker, and then 2 offensive linemen, and then of course some more pass catching. We have 0. Robert Woods is here. Is it time? Antonio Brown, Brandon Cooks. Let's see. You got Kirk. It looks like you missed out on Bateman, but there's a Laviska Shenault if that's your believer. You could put Laviska at running back if that's your type of vibe.
Yeah.
But see, there's a pretty decent drop off here coming soon. We got Ayuk, Kirk, kind of the younger guys, and then here we are at the little more experienced veterans.
Okay. How are we doing at the offensive line?
That's a great question. So I think Matt kind of pushes into the late 10s just due to age. And then here's right guard, Zeitzler. And then don't forget, I could always move like a Roger Saffold over to right guard. He is 85 overall. And then Balaga is still here at 87 overall.
So he could be a right guard as well, too.
Yeah, he could, absolutely.
Let's draft Balaga and we're going to put him at guard.
Can't teach it. Let's go. Okay. We're still looking for pass catchers.
Old man.
You're right. You're just missing a center. You're missing a defensive tackle and then some like secondary cornerback help, but I'm not too concerned about that at all out here in Dallas. All right. Round 14, Tyler Boyd just went. Probably due to age, because I wouldn't be surprised if Woods was hanging around, and he's not.
That's all right.
He's not. But you know who is? Antonio Brown, Will Fuller, Robbie Anderson.
Let's book up Antonio Brown. Woo! Him and Brady can reconnect. Let's
love that.
Have a little bit of a storyline.
Look at that. And at 86, let's go. Do you want to kind of hit this? You were missing that right outside linebacker, a defensive tackle, some corners. A couple more receivers. Typically, 1, 2, 3 receivers in this Tampa Bay playbook may do well. You don't have to put Kelsey at slot. That's just an option out there. So if you do want to get like a Landry.
Okay.
Darnell Mooney, keep him on the outside. Chark. But we're kind of losing overall at least.
Mm-hmm.
Backup tight end. Like if you do put Kelsey at slot, there will be a tight end that would need to fill in. Maybe that's a scheme that you could fit in here. We got Gronk and Ertz as the last kind of higher overalls. Gronk, AJ, AB, and Tom Brady. That's a connection. Maybe that's a Madden connection that like you get those cards together and they sync up. But we got Poyer. You could put him at corner. You could put Melvin Gordon at right outside linebacker. Graham. You could put Campbell at defensive tackle and Graham at right end, if that's a vibe you want to go with. Or hit some corners. Jason Barrett, Bradley Roby.
Let's go with it's probably time to attack some corners. Let's go with Casey Hayward.
I'm on him. Nice. Yeah, attack those corners. You need at least 2, probably 3. Love that. 86, can't teach that. Okay, so we're doing pretty well. Kind of just missing that center and then a couple more pass catchers. If you care about running back, I could show it to you.
Oh yeah, totally forgot about that position.
Shout out.
Mostert, Gus
Raheem
Edwards,
Mostert.
James Conner. We're
You
going
could probably-
0 RB, aren't we?
You could get a couple of these guys in a couple more rounds, I would feel.
Okay.
Especially because we're getting kind of losing that wide receiver 2 value, unless that's something you want to trade for, but Robbie Anderson to pair with AB, Marvin Jones.
I think that might be a good idea, Anderson and AB, to get that 95 speed. The
Yep.
95 speed looks like it'd be fun to match with him on the outside while you have Kelsey in the slot.
Are you an Edwards believer?
I like Edwards. I like him probably more for real football than fantasy, but yeah, I do like him. I don't know if I want to put him on this team though.
No. I was just generally curious. Yeah, if you get Kelsey get a second tight end, yeah, we got Gronk and Ertz still here. Ertz might, fall a little bit due to age. Gronk might go a little bit sooner, but
is like a guy like Gesicki still hanging around. I know.
No.
Let's drop him.
The guy like Trey Burton is Jimmy Graham, Hayden Hurst. I'll just go to BPA here for you.
BPA. Okay, so with looking at how things are, BPA, a lot of DBs, a lot of that. Let's go Robbie A.
Yeah.
Let's go Robbie A. Get a deep threat here. Pair with AB, Kelsey.
Yeah.
Good value at wide receiver, but some talent. A little mix match.
I feel like a couple of corners will hang around for sure here. So you got 2 linebackers. You're kind of looking for that right outside linebacker, a nice little run stopper for this scheme. We got Matt Ryan's hanging around, but why would you want Matt Ryan when you have Tom Brady? Here's some corners. Chris Harris, Sherman available. You have 1. You're looking for a couple more, and then of course like a defensive tackle, but you could always move like a Sue over there, just so you're aware. Right outside linebacker, you're looking for this run stopper, but what's the difference between a run stopper and like a rusher? So,
okay. 84, 82, 80.
If you want, if you want that tight end thing, these guys are still hanging around, just so you know. I'll just go over to BPA. You're still missing a defensive tackle. You could just fill, Joseph in there. Logan Ryan, you could move to cornerback if you want, or if you want to attack like a running back, we got Mostert or Gus Edwards here. Mostert with the speed, which you can't teach in Madden. And Perriman's also having a really good year too. So shout out Denzel Perriman. Could put him at right outside linebacker for what it's worth.
Let's see. I got 2 linebackers. I got left outside linebacker. Right outside linebacker's open. D-tackle.
D-tackle.
Let's go. You know what? Let's go Gronk.
Yeah.
Let's go Gronk. Let's go Gronk and have more flexibility in our scheme.
Yes, exactly. That's what we need out here. You could put Kelsey at slot, but he could also still be your tight end 1. So when you're running those 2 wide receiver sets, Kelsey will still be on the field.
Okay. Yeah, since we paid up for him, might as well get more versatility out of him.
Love that, dude. Okay.
We got depth here from what I see from defense, it looks like.
Yeah. And here we are in round 18. So typically we go about 25 rounds. You get your starters in a couple depth and then let the Madden draft kind of fill in. But we could, of course, go a little bit longer if you want. You're missing the center. Here's Alex Mack. I wasn't lying to you. He'll still be around. And, of course, Saffold, because don't forget, you got 2 right tackles. We'll move Balaga to right guard.
Okay.
Ooh, Sue went, unfortunately. But here's the defensive tackles. We got Tyson Alualau, who's the highest, and then Jerry Hughes. So if you want to move like Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle, we could move, Hughes to right end. Or if you just want to take a Tyson Alualau, or take who you want, obviously. But I'm out here. We're all out here. JPP is still here. We could even move JPP to right end and then Campbell to defensive tackle if that's what you want.
Ooh, that's an interesting move.
Yeah, cornerbacks. Harrison Sherman are still here. Don't forget, you just have 1. Receivers, you have 2, but here's just who's available. Jacoby Myers, congratulations on his first touchdown, receiving touchdown at least in the regular season.
Let's go. Let's see here. Defense wise. Let's look at the defensive side of the ball here. I feel like kind of lacking.
What position you want to see?
Where am I hurt now? Is it outside one of the edge rushers here?
Yeah.
Right outside.
Technically, they have you at a run stopper, but like, what's the difference between Bostic and JPP or Houston? Like, no skill, pretty much. So yeah,
So
and then
he scored 82, and then
Great-
Calais
great
Campbell,
awareness.
I got on the
at right
Calais
end,
Campbell. I could run to the inside if I wanted to.
you could put him at DT. Yep. Or you
But,
could draft a couple people and then figure it out. You know.
Okay. What about left outside linebacker? What's that look like?
That's a good question. Typically, yeah, those right outside guys just are. I mean, if they were at the left, they'd be good, but those are the BPA. Unless you really just want Wake for whatever reason. I mean, he was an undrafted free agent, came over from the CFL, I believe, so that's cool. And then here's just Tyson Alualau. You are missing that interior 3-4 guy. But if you just draft JPP, you can move Campbell there. But there's, or you just keep him at right outside linebacker because you need that too.
You know what? Let's go JPP, and then we'll figure out where we're going to put him at later.
Love that because you got to get the kind of the BPA guy, and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah, because I can always kick him down or just keep him where he's at.
Well, don't you got to keep your players up, man.
That's true.
Don't kick them down. But I know what you meant. You would kick them down there to the defensive line. But let's see. We got Hughes here still. You could put him at right outside linebacker, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Get a little wild with it. Alualau's still there at 83 overall. And then, of course, Justin Houston. You can move Houston to right end as well.
Mm-hmm. How are we looking at running back?
I believe Mostert might have went. No, he did not. He's here still. And then typically also in a men's simulation, the backup running back, the RB2 for your team, we'll see about 100, 120 touches.
Okay. So let's go Mostert because that 96 speed.
Love that. I'll cheers to that.
Because
you can't teach. All right. Defensive tackle or outside linebacker, and then a couple other cornerbacks. You just have one, but don't forget, you do have that one trade if you do want it. See, okay. I feel like you and CJL here are just on the same vibe. But you could always take Houston, move Houston the right end. We got Alualau 83 overall. What's the difference? It's just all overall. Maybe Alualau more natural position for whatever that's worth. I don't know. Cornerbacks, you only have one so far at Casey Hayward. We're looking at Chris Harris, Richard Sherman as BPAs, and then kind of a little drop off, but we got Peterson, Rhodes.
Okay. So let's look at right in or defense, right in or left in.
Okay.
Get another guy because I'm probably going to move Campbell down.
Okay. We got Hughes at left end, 254. We got a little bigger bodies here in Griffin and Dunlap. Left outside linebacker, Cameron Wake. And then, of course, we have Justin Houston, who's a little more bigger bodies, but, statistics matter. And I think Hughes and Houston will be about the same despite their weight difference. Or, of course, at just that defensive tackle, we're still looking at Tyson Alualau.
Okay. So there's let's look at, can you go to that left end real quick?
Yeah, looking at Hughes and then Vinny Curry.
All right, Hughes and then right end real quick.
Hey man, what's your draft? We're just
let's go Hughes.
Okay. What do you want to do with him? Do you want to move him to right end? Do you want to move him to right outside linebacker? Move JPP to right end?
Let's see here. I'm probably going to move. I'm moving one on the right end, and then Campbell's going down to D tackle for sure.
Okay. So you could take a moment to think on that. But while that, we're in round 21, missing kind of a wide receiver 3, missing a backup running back, but you just have one cornerback right now, and we still have Sherman and Harris on the board.
We're going, you can't teach overall. Let's go Chris Harris Jr. That's pretty good value for an 87.
That's what it is. But he's 32 years old. See, we're scheming the system out here. You're missing nothing on the defensive side outside of depth. You are missing a center.
Okay. There's probably someone with an 80 overall at least. available at center, probably. Oh,
And
probably not, because they're in.
Alex Mack, I wasn't lying to you, man. He's still around 86 overall, round 22.
Yeah, let's get him.
Just sure it up because
Yeah,
you have your offensive line. You don't need to trade for that. You have 2 receivers. Maybe you go for a dope receiver because you have a trade. You don't have to trade. We're looking for the only thing you're really looking for here is kind of depth in your next couple picks. A running back 2, a cornerback 3, basically, or a wide receiver.
am I allowed to trade my draft picks?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah,
money in the
absolutely.
bank, huh?
Absolutely. But we still have Sherman
see.
here at 85 overall for a cornerback.
I like
3.
Sherman. Let's roll with that. I think that's a good.
What a
good bet
trio.
there.
Sure, they're old, but injuries are off, and we're here for 1 year. Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're here to party.
Oh, okay. I mean,
We're
it is
here to
Jerry
party.
World. How do you feel about Jerry Jones, if you don't mind? answering?
Honestly, I think he's too old to really make any decisions, and he's more like a puppet, and everyone else is making the decisions around him, and he's just
He's
saying
just-
whatever he wants to the media, just having a happy life. Really,
Good for him.
I envy the dude.
Yeah,
I wish I was
sure.
like him when I was his age.
Hey.
I met him once.
Oh,
actually.
cool. That's really
Met
that's
him. It was a quick handshake. He signed a program at the Hall of Fame. It was over and done real fast, but I did kind of meet him.
That's cool. No, yeah, dude. Not a lot of people could probably
Yeah.
say that. Let's see. Wide receiver here. We got Marvin Jones for what it's worth. Excuse me. And then Dwayne Eskridge. Shout out Kalamazoo. Let's go. Roll the boat, baby. Anthony Miller. I mean, you could go into Urban Meyer and use Agnew, I guess. If you want to back up running back,
Yeah.
pretty much here it is. Shout out Duke Jones. Darrell Williams. You see what he can do. 101 yards.
Yeah.
Todd Gurley, injuries are off. Jeff Wilson.
Injuries
He's
are
coming
definitely
back.
off.
He's looking like a good play this week. Backup cornerback, injuries are off. You need a guy holding kicks. But here it is.
Yeah, it's true.
So you pretty much have everything done outside of depth. And again, that's what the Madden sim will do. If you want a wide receiver 3 or a running back 2, kicker, punter, fullback. I think Kyle Juszczyk is still here.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know why BPA doesn't have technically the BPA, but it is what it
Let's
is.
see here. Let's go. Let's see here. D tackles 80. We're gonna move in Campbell.
But you have a
down.
defensive tackle if you move Campbell.
Yeah.
You would just be looking for depth. I don't know how rotations are, but I'm sure it happens a little bit, but it's up to you. What you want to do.
Let's go with Marvin Jones because of the wide receiver sets. Just get some flexibility there. So we don't know how the game script's gonna look and how the computer's gonna play it.
No, you're absolutely right. We do not know. Okay, we're heading into your last pick. Unless you do want more, what are we thinking?
Well, let's see what's best available.
Again,
Teach
80
overall.
overall, but I don't know why they don't recognize fullbacks, but maybe it's because it's a Madden that's who cares about fullbacks?
That's true.
I care, but it's not flashy to the real, let's just have a fun game. Yeah, we got Joyner. We got another backup. Take the trade and sell your soul for Tyreek. Yeah, good luck, dude. Tyreek's like a superstar, man, at 26 years old. You could probably get a Julio Jones, but I don't know. Golden, he's a rusher.
Yeah.
He could be nice depth. But there's a big drop off here. Big drop off.
Okay. Let's see here. How we are defense wise. We don't have our second running backs, do we?
What'd you say? You don't have 2 running backs? No, you do not. If that's what you said. We got Cordarrelle,
did we
Carl
freeze?
Hyde, Mike Davis. You could move maybe a Amari Rodgers to running back. Maybe a Jalen Darden. A Lynn Bowden would be a good running back if that's a move you want to pick. If not, here's running backs.
Okay, 91 speed CPAT. Tevin Coleman somehow. No, wait, that's not a speed one. Tevin.
I could
Tevin
sort
Coleman
by
has a 91
speed.
speed for some reason.
Kenny Nwangwu. If you want to do a receiver, Anthony Schwartz, 97 speed. His carrying is bad at 67, so probably not a running back you want. Unfortunately. Let me go to running backs. My fault. But here's running backs. If you want to look at speed, Nwangwu, we got Breida, and then pretty much not much. Ty Johnson's cool, I guess.
Yeah. Oh.
Coleman. I mean, Cordarrelle, highest overall.
16,
With a little bit
220.
of agility and speed as well, which is cool.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. At this point, and maybe just as good as value, just let the computer pick the backup running back. And
Yeah, sure.
Let's just go. Look at these overalls here. And let's go. How many corners I got? Because sometimes
3.
I'm going to need more than that. What I got, bro? 3. Let's go, Williams.
Kawan.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's go.
Come on,
Let's
Williams.
do
I mean,
that. Let's be
we
strong
got
there.
We got the depth. Do you want to make any other picks, or should we go ahead and simulate?
I mean, I can pick all day. I don't know. Let's look at the wide receivers real quick. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get somebody sexy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, good luck, but I mean, there's probably some young guys. You know, I mean, if that's your thing, you got some good mentors, a good locker room going.
I love wide receivers, so it's. I mean, I'm gonna be interested no matter what.
Ty. I mean, you know, and then we're kind of losing a lot here.
Okay.
I could go by age with Shorts. You know, Amon Ra. You know, Seth Williams. You know, he's a decent guy coming out, I guess. Jalen Darden. Everyone's favorite, N'Keal Harry. Lynn Bowden. He's probably a good.
You know what?
He's got
What's
7
his carry?
Dude, he'd be a dope ass dope running back. My fault. I'm trying to watch the swears.
He gives some. What if I put him at running back? Can he also be a wide receiver as well? Like, give me some more flexibility on the team.
Not sure, but he definitely cannot go to running back as a wide receiver.
Okay,
but he's a
let's
back.
draft him.
Let's just draft him.
Let's just
He could be a
draft him.
dope running back, dude. I guarantee his overall probably goes up to about 77 as a running back. Who did you take? Mostert. So you could even put like Bowden as like your third down running back if need be.
Mm-hmm.
All right, how we feeling? Any more picks?
Let's see here. Let's look at fullback real quick because if I can sneak an 87 on the roster,
for sure here.
Yeah.
All right, are we ready to sim after that?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. While I edit your team, first off, who do you want at right end? Hughes or JPP?
It's good, JPP.
Okay. And then move Hughes over. Okay, so while we fill this time as it drafts and I will edit the roster, I have a couple questions for you.
All right.
If animals could talk, which one would be the rudest?
It would be a honey badger because it does not care.
Wow.
It does not care. So why would it care during conversation?
Why would it? Huh? It'd just be like a drunk at a bar or something?
Yeah, I mean, it'll let like snakes hang off its back and stuff. I imagine it would just say whatever it wants to whoever it is.
Hiding in the alleys and stuff. Okay, nice. All right.
Yeah.
We're kind of going off a little bit of that. What mythological creature would improve the world if it existed?
I don't know anything about mythological creatures.
Next question.
I can name
Like a
one.
dragon? I don't know. Gargoyle?
A giant ground sloth.
There we
That's
go.
not mythological. It's real from the Ice Age, though. But that's probably my favorite Ice Age animal.
You're talking Sid the Sloth.
Yeah.
Are you talking Ice
but
Age
they're
the
like
movie or Ice Age actually the time?
Ice Age actually the time. Like they're the size of houses and stuff.
Oh, true. Do you like Ice Age the movie though?
A little bit actually, but I never really sat down and watched the whole thing. But it is kind of entertaining.
It's a good one. I like Sid the Sloth. He's a good sloth, and I like the squirrel with the nut and stuff. All right. What food combination would you want to ban?
Ban.
Let's
see here.
Get rid of it. No, not in my house type vibes.
Pot roast forever and anything with cream cheese.
Ooh, we're not like a buffalo chicken dip guy with cream cheese?
No. Oh, no. I mean, I'll do a blue cheese, but
Okay.
no cream cheese on anything.
That's fine. Oh, like a
Nothing,
bagel?
desserts or not
What's
at
wrong with
all.
cream
No,
cheese, dude?
it just the texture of it's real weird. The creaminess, I can pick that out in anything. It could be a chocolate pie, and it could be hidden there. I'll figure it out. That's
Okay. Yeah. Hey, man, it's your thing. You
Yeah.
want to bet. Well, what combination though? Like, like pineapple on pizza or, whatever.
I don't do pineapple on pizza for sure. That's one
What?
thing.
Like a
Let's see.
combination. Some people put olive oil on ice cream.
Some people put olive oil on ice cream for real.
Some people put chocolate on pizza.
Yeah, that can't happen.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
I want to see it, but food wise,
Combination, like two things on one, like ketchup on hot dogs.
I'm all right with ketchup on hot dogs.
Me too. I'm from Chicagoland area
Pretty
too.
laid back with that. I'm pretty laid back with my hot dogs. What would be a food combination?
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I think some
Well,
people put
that's-
like salt on ice cream, but maybe that makes sense.
That makes sense because especially like I like to make homemade ice cream like with protein shakes and stuff, and you put a little salt in there to bring out the flavor.
Yeah, exactly.
Put
salt in everything, dude. Hell yeah.
Shoot. You know what, man? I do not like onions on burgers. That's one thing. I don't like onions on burgers, and I also don't like onions on pizza. And it's the onions that are like not really cooked. They're slimy, and they hide them under the cheese.
No, yeah.
And if you're not told that you're not getting onions on that pizza, it's a game changer because you take a bite out of it and it's just hanging out of your mouth and you're not expecting it. Yeah, definitely not cool with onions on pizza.
All right, I respect that.
That's
Okay,
my final answer.
Nice. A couple more questions here before we end. If you could hack into any one computer, whose computer would you choose?
Two names are coming to my mind right now, and they're from different ends of the spectrum. One would be one of my favorite comedians, Joey Diaz, because I imagine there'd be some funny shit in there that I would want to see. Probably some karate videos with his shirt off. I imagine that'd be a good time. And then obviously, I think Elon Musk is probably a must because I want to see what that dude's got going on.
That's awesome. Who are your top, I don't know, top three? Not like necessarily 1, 2, 3, but who are your 3 or whatever 5 favorite comedians?
Let's see here. They're kind of off the wall. I like Theo Vaughn.
Yeah.
I like Joey Diaz. Joey Diaz is pretty big for me. Chappelle, all-time legend.
Go.
Don't miss anything on Chappelle.
Do you like that friend group? Tom Segura, Bert Kreischer, Ari Shaffir?
I do. Yeah, I do. I like them in waves. It really depends on how I'm feeling in the mood. If I hear one too much, I kind of get annoyed and I'll probably bounce to another one. I do like that friend group. There's a bunch of other ones. I just can't remember their names. I used to go to like Funny Bone a lot before COVID.
Oh, is that in Ohio?
Just go. Yeah, we got Funny Bone. One in Columbus. We got one in Cincy and one in Dayton.
Oh, so it's a multiple thing. Okay, cool. Yeah,
they got some in like Pittsburgh and stuff too.
Okay, cool. Okay.
You got some in your area?
No, I'm in Michigan right now. No.
You're in Michigan. Okay.
All right. 2 more questions before we move on to set your depth chart, make a trade if you want, and then simulate the season.
All right.
If you could know the absolute truth to one question, what would that question be?
Who shot JFK?
Oh.
The whole mystery behind JFK.
I think you're the second person to say that on this show. The first one, I believe, was Chris Robin.
Also want to know. Oh yeah. Also want to know whether 9/11 was truly an inside job or not. All that conspiracy theory.
What's your
talk.
favorite conspiracy?
There's a lot of them. I mean, I'm not super into them. I kind of like listen to them as they come to me.
Chemtrails.
Not in the chemtrails because I feel like that's 100% false, even though
Yeah,
it's funny
it
to
is,
joke
for
about.
sure. Yeah.
Bigfoot, I don't really believe in. 9/11 one's always fun to listen to.
Mhm.
Like
Sure.
just hearing people talk about. So that might be my favorite.
You never know. Yeah. I mean, they present some evidence, who knows? Okay,
You know
last
what?
question. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
You know what? It's always entertaining. Like not like I don't look into it, but it's always entertaining to hear someone come out with that perspective, that flat Earth talk,
Oh,
uh,
sure.
just
Just
to
know if
see
it's
where
true.
they're coming from. Because no, just because it's so wrong and it's entertaining.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. And
Just
last
laugh
question
at
here.
it.
If you could
Yeah.
have witnessed one event in history, what would it be?
Ooh, when Babe Ruth called a shot, that'd probably
Wow.
been
Good
something.
answer.
Yeah,
That's a good answer.
yeah.
That's,
I don't know. That just came to me, but yeah, I
that's a
think
good
so.
one. That's a good one here. Okay, depth chart, slot receiver. Do you want Kelsey? You
Yeah,
could
let's
put
go Kelsey in
Antonio
the slot.
Brown, but then you're just missing, other receivers on the outside, which Antonio
Mhm.
Brown. Well, I guess Marvin Jones and Robbie Anderson could fill that, but you did draft Gronk as well to fill
Mhm.
Kelsey's role.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
yeah.
fair.
Kelsey in the slot and Gronk at tight end.
So I did move Lynn Bowden to running back, and he's your best third down running back by a mile. Would you like to keep him at running back?
Yeah, let's do that.
Because you see that drop off there. While Mostert, he's your best power, your goal line or short yardage guy.
Mhm.
And then receiver, you do have a drop off. You got CJ Board and then Deion Kane, but you do have a trade. Would you like to make a trade?
Yeah, I do.
What position would you like? I'm guessing receiver.
Yep, definitely receiver. I'm
Do you have
gonna
someone in
use
mind?
those picks.
Do you have someone in mind?
What does a first round pick usually net? Versus
Again, it
overall?
all depends on age, developmental trait. Is the player good? Could you get a first for Julio? Maybe. Could you get a first for AJ Brown? No.
Okay, that's
Could you get a
kinda what I'm
first
thinking.
for Brandon Cooks? Maybe. You know what I mean? Like, it just depends on the player you're going for. Do you have a one in mind? Like age, maybe a Thielen, a Julio Jones might be more attainable simply just due to those factors.
Julio. Yeah, I was kind of thinking Julio actually, just to see if we can shoot a first at him, see if we can get him.
Yeah, you could shoot it first, multiple seconds. Like if you want to get your guy, we'll get him. So you're thinking Julio. Let's go to NFL, and then wide receivers.
See what we got here. Good old guys.
Julio, 32 over. We could go by age, but I mean he's 32. That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Julio Jones is the next oldest.
And
Thielen, but I feel like Julio's
Julio Jones. Yeah, 95 overall, and if I can get him at that cheap price, yeah.
okay. Let's find out. For what it's worth, Cooter won the Super Bowl, and Julio Jones was her Super Bowl MVP.
Okay.
So you want to throw a first, and what about like a fifth?
I got one trade, right?
One trade, yes.
Okay. I mean, just throw as many picks as we can to get him, I guess.
Okay. All right, this will be easy. We'll throw like a third next year, and I think we got him. Okay, let's throw two first then. Is that okay?
Pricey.
Two
Yeah.
first?
Yeah. This isn't Dynasty.
This is not. But reload the wagon has happened before, and that's for Super Bowl winners who come on.
Okay.
Following their Super Bowl year, they run an offense. I import the rookie class. They draft rookies. They make a couple trades, and they try it again. But
Okay.
you have to win the Super Bowl first anyways to get there, and there's no guarantee. And I think by getting Julio Jones, can't hate on that. You got to make trades. Let me check the depth charts because sometimes when you draft players, trade for players, it messes around with the draft depth chart. I mean,
Okay.
do you still want Kelsey at slot receiver now that you can have Anderson and Julio and AB to work around?
Oh, yeah, let's look at that real quick. So
Depth chart, we got Jones, Brown, that's fine. Slot receiver. Again, typically we'll see the most targets. Do you want Julio, AB or Kelsey typically seeing this most targets?
Oh, Julio's seen the most targets, actually.
So then that'll just push AB and Robbie Anderson on the outside, which is not a big deal.
Yeah, and then
And
put
then
Kelsey back at tight
and then when
end.
you have 4 receivers out there, I think that's 2 slots. So Kelsey will still see some slot action.
Okay.
Yeah, so not a big deal. And then at the end of the day, Kelsey's still at tight end. He'll still be on the field.
All
All right.
Sweet.
Are you ready to simulate? We'll simulate half the season. We'll see how your team's doing. And then we could address any other team desire at the time. Are you ready?
All right. Sounds great.
Simulate to midseason. What? That's about 8 or so games, 9 games. What do you think your record's going to be?
5-4. 5-4.
5-4, 5-3. You're starting slow. So this is
slow.
episode 42. There's only been one team that finished below 500.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Only one team.
Yep. Not everyone makes the playoffs. There's only been 7 or 8 Super Bowl winners. None here in season 2, which is just this 2021 NFL season. 5-1,
right.
dude. Why are you hating?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was too negative. Negative Nancy going here.
All right, let's check out. Let's see how
Brady leading the charge here.
Yeah, it's Tom Brady. He's 3rd in the NFL in yards and touchdowns. You like to see that? Oh, thank you, CJ.
Yeah.
He's out here wishing some good luck out here. 16
Thank you, buddy.
touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 71 completion percentage. Wow, see Bowden out there getting some work. Mostert with 7 tutties, dude. And then
3.7 yards per carry.
with the most work, and then you love to see that. 4 receivers over 300, 3 over 400. Love that. Wow, Julio is 600 yards. He's averaging 100 a game. That's insane.
Brady spreading it around.
Gronk's not seeing much action, but that's because you got Julio, and that's not a big deal. Gronk is just there for the vibes, you know?
Yeah.
He's just probably getting drunk at every game. All right, let's see defense. Sacks. 5, respectable. You like to see that.
Okay.
5, 3, and 2. I mean, a lot of people getting pressure, and what you love to see there is DeMario Davis leading your team with 3 interceptions. That's good.
Solid. That's
And then
solid.
2 and 1. You got, this is a good team, man. Kicking 3 for 5. Yuck. Rob,
Ooh.
yeah, what's going on there? Kick return. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. All right. So you have a pretty solid team here. Good defense, good offense. Are you ready to simulate to the offseason and see if you have made it to the playoffs?
Let's do it. I'm ready for this. I'm excited.
Let's do it. So 5-1 Cowboys. You're up you're down 6-1 though. The Giants are 6-1. Wow.
Oh.
It looks like you had your bye. All right, sim to playoffs. Oh, this is gonna be tough, man. Tough for the division. Maybe sneak in the wild card.
Maybe, yeah.
Ooh,
5-1's a good start, though.
it is 6-1 Giants though. Who would have thought, huh? Times have changed.
Yeah, especially in my conference. Yeah.
All right, week 17, week 18. The moment of truth is incoming. Hopefully,
Brady's
soon.
going to cook up.
Any moment here. 12-5.
12-5.
You snuck in to the wild card, I believe. You're going. Wow, your wild card at 12-5. You're going up against the 9-8 San Francisco 49ers.
Ooh.
Wild card 12-5. That's insane. All right, wild card game. How do you think this is going to go? 9-8 San Francisco 49ers at Levi Stadium.
I think our offense is going to carry us. I see that 81 overall defense versus our 89 offense or whatever. I think they're going to do well.
All right, you ready to simulate the week?
Yeah.
See how it happens.
Let's see.
Bruce Matson, aka Metric Scout, wild card 2021. You won.
Got it.
41-26. You were not kidding. That offense really tore apart that weaker defense. But here we are, 14-3 Atlanta Falcons with a pretty stout 84 overall defense. Top player they have over there is Russell Wilson. Here we are, though, the divisional playoffs.
This one's going to be tight. I imagine this might be my toughest matchup unless I'm meeting the Giants.
Yep.
Later. Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Advance the week. Here we are. Divisional playoffs. 12-5 Dallas versus the
See if I get a
14.
Brady nod here.
Oh, in 3, Atlanta Falcons looking for the Brady magic here. 43-21 victory.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
We
Heck yeah, man.
the NFC Conference Championship top player for the Minnesota Vikings sitting at 12-5 is Aaron Donald. Only 6 sacks on the season. That's nothing. The Tom Brady magic, like you're saying, conference championship. That means the Giants
pretty good
won.
offensive
They
line.
probably beat the Giants then, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. You ready? This is for the Super Bowl. 12-5 teams. Dallas at Minnesota at US Bank Stadium.
Let's do it.
My heart's pounding, dude. It's not even my team.
Oh no, didn't make it.
You took the L 36-30.
Oh
no, but that is the second best finish. Again, like I said, there's been a Super Bowl here. You took it to the conference championship.
Mm-hmm.
What a run.
Yeah, I feel good about the team though.
Not many people can. 12-5 is a great team. Like I said, not many people above 500 or below 500, but not many people make the playoffs. But you took us here. Bruce, thank you for coming on, taking the time out of your night. If you want to let the world here know what is going on in your life, now's the time.
All right, guys. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at Metric Scout, senior staff writer at dynastyleaguefootball.com. You also catch my rankings there for Dynasty and Devy. So hit that up. The YouTube channel is where it's at. There is a buffet of content where it's film studies, deep dives, weekly on players. I covered analytics and the film. Hit that up. Also, I got some content on Rotoballer. I'm everywhere. TikTok. Just look at my Twitter. You'll find it all.
TikTok. Search Metric Scout. Search Bruce Matson. Thank you for coming on, and thank you to everyone who watched. Have a good night, good morning, good evening, whenever you watch it, and catch us next Wednesday. And as always, everybody, appreciate your time, and everyone have a good one.